It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and don't you hate it when you're having a normal conversation with someone that you're interested in, and then out of the blue, they say, yeah, I had a good weekend too, other than getting arrested for selling smuggled chinchillas on the black market.
Oh, dang!
Other than
What the
that, totally
heck?
normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to know how to react properly
Yes.
to something that's shocking.
Or ask for the price.
True.
Yeah.
That's exactly how our listener Vincent felt when he got a text from his date right before they were supposed to go out. And immediately it changed everything.
Oh, no.
You're going to find out what she said in your brand new second date update right after this. Does it change your mentality if you're going out on a date with someone and you find out they went to Harvard
Ooh.
versus
Yeah, it
like a
does.
community college or something or book
Yeah.
school?
I gotta tell a whole different set of jokes on this
Dude,
date.
I imagine immediately trust fund kid.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
Well,
Should I
it
go
is
with
bad,
smart?
Brooke.
But
Some of
yeah.
them were
I was
hard to
thinking
get
Legally
there.
Blonde quotes.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
I see where you're coming from. Like, if I match with a woman who is a Harvard grad, I know what I'm thinking.
What's
What do
that?
you?
She can do my taxes.
Oh.
Hey.
I better bring my Quicken to the restaurant so that she can take care of that for me while she handles our bills.
You're like, here's my one
You know-
I-9 form. Can you help? Like, how many jobs do you have?
You know they still have communications majors there, right? Yeah.
I don't believe it. But no, seriously, it is possible to get a little intimidated before the date even happens. And
Yeah.
apparently that was the case for one of our listeners, Vincent. But it had nothing to do with the school that she attended.
Oh.
Vincent, what did you get intimidated by?
Hi, y'all. So
Hi.
I met this girl on an app, Blair, and she texted me beforehand that she was going to be running late because she had a therapy session that was going long.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's actually a good thing. So.
Well, so I replied, are you in therapy? And she said, no, she's the therapist.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I am so with you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Even I
Now
have,
it's intimidating.
I have friends that are therapists, and every time I leave a conversation, I'm like, they were judging me.
I remember
I
talking,
just know it.
I remember talking to a girl on Tinder once, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm a therapist, but don't worry, I won't analyze you." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, right.
right.
You don't you just say that? Yes, you will."
Is that how you felt, Vincent?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you guys hit the nail on the head. I was immediately nervous because she was going to be, smart and analytical. And I actually changed the location. I texted her a different address to like a nicer, more upscale bar.
Yeah.
She's
We're not
our-
going to Applebee's.
She knows.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's not just breaking down you as a person, she's breaking down all of the choices that you make too.
Yeah.
So probably a good
Yeah.
call.
it's
Oh,
so funny.
no.
Did it make you more nervous?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I actually started to feel hyper aware, and I think I just like fixated on everything I was saying. And I just think I came off weird.
Okay.
Oh, you were uncomfortable.
So you still did go out on the date then?
Yeah, we met in person, and she was really beautiful and nice and like
Ooh.
very warm.
Okay, and did you get an
Okay.
invoice for your session?
Well, she actually made a joke just like that. She
Really?
said I was listening a lot, and she was talking, and maybe she should pay me.
Oh, that's
Oh.
cute.
Hey,
Oh.
bro, that's
That's
good.
a big compliment.
Yeah.
Were you like trying to be really listening and attentive to her, or was that an accident?
An accident, or it could be just how he is as a person,
No,
Jeff.
I feel like it's out of fear that she'll notice any
Yep.
red
Yeah.
flag
Yeah.
Exactly
that
what
comes out of
Alexis
his
said.
mouth.
Yep.
Sometimes I go in like wanting to be super confident and then I say nothing and I'm like, oops. Is that the case?
I did try to listen more than I spoke, but then as soon as she called it out, I opened up a little bit more. And then,
Okay.
if I'm being honest, then I started to like talk about my own childhood. I had no idea how I got into it. It
Oh,
just,
no.
Why would you do that?
Oh, no.
man.
I mean, okay, but childhood can be a common topic on a first date, right?
Yeah.
Like where you grew up and
Or if you were both being like self-deprecating, like what was the vibe?
yeah, although I would say something that I think was like self-deprecating, and she'd inquire more about it.
she wouldn't
Oh,
laugh.
scary.
You wanted to laugh there.
Not to delve deep.
Yeah, so anyway, I just sort of feel like maybe if I had been less worried and just more relaxed and
If you're so intimidated by her, do you want to go out with her again? Like you think you can get rid of those nerves,
Or
you know?
maybe after one date, the nerves are gone, and now you feel like you're comfortable.
I honestly wish I could do a redo because I really
Okay.
think that if I just took myself out of the equation, we would have a nice time.
Okay.
If I wasn't there, it would have been fantastic.
So I don't want to think this for you, but is it possible that maybe you said too much about your childhood and the things you were into and the animals you used to cut up? And sew back together.
As long as they were already dead.
Yeah, well.
My uncle put a zipper on a squirrel once.
Okay.
He was practicing
I'm
taxidermy.
pretty sure it's one of those 3 signs of a serial killer.
Yeah,
I think that's one.
story.
Not the right
No, I'm
person
pretty sure.
to be
Okay,
talking
well,
about
her
this.
uncle would have got a second
I'm
date.
saying,
Is
do you
that
think
what
you delved too deep into your own childhood with her?
I don't think so. There's no squirrels with zippers in my past.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not as messed up
Okay,
as
that's
that
where
lady.
the bar's at.
Well, it could be a totally different reason. How long has it been since you talked to her?
About a week ago.
I mean, honestly, she's a career woman. Maybe she's just too busy. Like,
Probably.
she's not even.
Yeah.
No one's too busy to text someone they like, sorry.
Okay.
I'm just
that's
saying.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
In a week.
I mean, yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking too. Because I've asked her if she wants to go out again, and she'll get back to me, but she won't actually answer the going out part.
Uh-oh.
I bet she's so good at mind tricks.
Yeah.
Studied them at Harvard.
Well, I'm excited to go mano-y-mano with her on the phone and maybe get myself some free therapy if she's up for it.
Or you're going to put it back on her and break her down live on the air. She's going to cry,
I wonder if
Jeff.
she takes our company's insurance.
Ooh, okay. We're going to ask her. I hope you're cool with that, Vincent. We're going to take care of ourselves first
Group therapy.
and then try and get you a second date update right after this.
Thanks, guys. Whatever works, I'm up for it.
All right, man, hold on. If you're just joining us, our listener Vincent thinks he may have psyched himself out right before his first date started.
Definitely sounds like it.
Because earlier that day, he learned that Blair is a professional therapist.
Ooh.
Yes.
And that made him feel anxious, a little hesitant, worried that she might be super analytical of him. He should have felt excited, though.
Really? I think everybody agreed that it was a little
Well,
hard.
I've never had a therapy session end with my pants still on.
Oh,
Although
Oh my God.
Jeff, that's not a good sign.
Well,
I don't think that's a good thing.
I do pay extra for it,
Oh,
so
that's not a therapy session.
anyway. Well, there's the word therapy somewhere in there. His date ended fully clothed with a little bit of oversharing into his childhood past. So
Yeah.
he wishes that he could get a redo on the
Dude.
whole thing.
I think we've all been there where your mouth is just spewing out words and your head is like, no, don't say that.
Constantly, Brooke.
Now, Vincent, if Blair does pick up here, we're not going to mention that her job affected your mindset for the day. We don't want her to know that.
Oh, really?
Right?
You don't think it'd be good to be honest with a therapist?
I think she's used to it.
Out of,
Yeah,
out
she
of
could be used
everybody,
to-
it seems like she'd understand.
Well, at least we don't want to offer that up right off the bat.
Don't
Oh,
put it in
I'll
her
give you
head.
that. I'll give you that.
Let's see how she felt about the
Yeah.
date first. Are you cool with that, Vince?
Yeah, whatever the play is.
Whatever the play is? Okay.
Well,
All
the
right.
play is we're going to let it play out.
I mean, the thing is, are you ready to be cool? Because eventually you will be on the phone with her.
Yeah, are you chill right now, dog? Are you good?
We don't need any more childhood stories.
That'd be so good.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Or
Well-
save an embarrassing one and toss it in there for us. Just for our entertainment.
We're down for a little bit of juice, so we're going to dial Blair right now. We'll see if she picks up. Good luck to us all. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, we're looking to speak with Blair.
Yes, this is her.
Hey, Blair. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Thanks.
Good morning.
Hey, Blair. Welcome to the show.
So, who is this?
Yeah, this is a radio show. We're called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What can I help you with?
Well, we have a lot of problems, and we're hoping that you could work through them with us.
You just got to pick one of us because it's going to be a long time.
But there is actually a really big issue that we're looking to fix today, right now on the phone with one of our listeners that you went on a date with named Vincent.
Oh, okay. This is very fascinating. Why would he contact you?
Well, because he really had a good time with you, and he was hoping to see you again for another date, but that hasn't materialized yet. So he isn't sure if there's a reason why.
Yeah, how can I help?
Well, maybe we could just start with what was your take on the date with Vincent? How did you feel about it?
Oh, it was fine. Fine seems like a good word for it. He
Wow.
seemed like a pleasant guy.
Oh, it wasn't
Fine
bad?
isn't usually a good word
I mean,
when
we're not
we hear it.
therapists or anything.
Well, that's
but-
why. Was there anything bad that happened? That's a good question.
I mean, he was a little nervous, but aren't we all when we're first meeting somebody?
Yeah.
Totally.
And that could actually be kind of endearing because it means that he cares, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You get nervous when you meet people too?
Sometimes.
Oh,
She's
wow.
a therapist. She never gets nervous, bro.
Yeah,
That's
therapists
what I
never
thought.
have any issues.
No.
Yeah,
Tell us. You have no issues.
Okay.
I see. So he told you what I do for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, of course. He knows I'm a therapist, but he probably doesn't know I'm a past life regression therapist.
What's that?
A what?
What?
Is that-
What?
I help individuals access memories or experience from previous lifetimes to address current emotional and psychological spiritual issues.
Oh, like unlock.
Why are you
Oh.
acting like this is so normal?
No, because I've heard of people when they have breakthroughs, they'll be like, I unlocked this memory from my childhood.
No, not childhood.
She's
a
talking
separate
about
life.
Yeah, like
You,
when
you were a king in the 1600s.
Wait, she
Yes.
does therapy for other lives?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Not
what she was
And
saying.
how that affects who you are in
Oh,
this
I mean,
new
she-
life.
She almost got my money. I would have signed up immediately.
Okay, well, let's be polite. This is her
No,
career.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand fully.
Okay.
So that's my apology.
We did not know that.
Some people don't understand it, but it is something I've been practicing for over a decade. So.
Okay.
Well, it's really specific.
We did not know that specific. We just heard
Yeah.
therapist.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
So wait, so what does that have to do though with why you aren't calling him back?
Well,
Or are you just explaining that to us?
I usually don't have a personal connection to people that I date, but in this case, I did. I was home and really thought about it, and I know this is going to sound silly. I believe in a past life, he was my dog.
I did not
Wait.
expect. That was the last word that I was
Vincent
expecting.
was
to
your
finish.
dog in a previous lifetime?
I know.
What?
I know.
How did you come to that realization? Walk us through the steps here.
I had many memories of rubbing his belly, him licking me like a dog, and I know it sounds silly, but what a coincidence. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and I knew I felt some sort of connection, and I couldn't figure it out.
He's such a good boy. He found you. After all timelines, he found you again.
So is dating your past dog
the girls are not on.
off the table?
Because in
I
Brooke's
think it's
hometown,
cute.
it's encouraged.
I know you're having fun with this, and it seems weird,
Well,
but what do I say? Like, how do I tell him I can't date him? He was once my dog.
I
Well,
will
you're
say,
right.
That's
to
the-
your credit, you have been a really good sport with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
the-
we can tell you're not like messing with us or anything.
The
Absolutely
good
not.
news is you don't have to figure out how to tell him because you already have. He's actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Stay.
Be a good boy. Good boy.
He has been very well
Okay, no, he
behaved
need-
during
he needs
this
to speak.
entire thing. Vincent, are you there?
This is truly not where I thought this was going.
None of us, bro. None of us.
Dude.
This is wild.
Okay, talk to your previous owner. Say hi.
Hi, Blair. So you're saying that you had like visions that I was your dog in another life?
Yes, there's been multiple visions of me walking you around on a farm. Yeah, you didn't feel the connection either?
Farm dog.
I mean, I didn't put two and two together with a dog.
Blair, do you have like a century or a decade when this previous life happened?
Yes,
that's
this is way back. This is the 1800s.
Oh.
The 18. Oh.
Oh, look at that. So you're
Yeah.
probably a working dog at that point, you know?
Yeah.
How come I'm a dog and you're a human in these visions? Was I not a human before too?
There's nothing wrong with being a dog. I mean, animals are such a sacred part of our living. And it's not something that you were once my dog. It's not something I will feel like I'm walking the fields with you every time I see you. It's not something I want to have in my romantic relationships.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not that
yeah.
he was a dog in a past life. It's that he was your dog.
Oh,
Correct.
that's well said.
Okay.
Because you already had that connection.
That's tough. I am just trying to figure
So,
out where we go from here,
Vincent,
Jeff.
this all makes sense to you, right?
Really? That's the question?
Brooke, I need to see where his head is at.
Or which way his tail is wagging?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you understanding what she's saying?
I'm hearing it. I don't know if I'm understanding it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
That was your first question, not what type of dog.
But you can.
I mean, I've been thinking about that too.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
what the breed was?
But I don't know what was popular back in the 1800s.
True. Ooh,
Maybe
were you-
a spaniel?
Cattle dog.
cattle dog.
Cattle.
Oh, she said
Okay.
farm.
A
That makes more
herder.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah, a sheepdog.
A lot
mean-
of energy, those dogs.
Vincent, you can understand where she's coming from. If you were in her position, you wouldn't want to date a woman who had previously been your fish or your cat or something, right? That'd be weird.
This whole thing is weird. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you want him to say? I don't know. I would have dated my old cat. You know? Come on.
I mean, if you look at it from the other perspective, right? Like, dog is man's best friend. He's loyal. Like, these are all good qualities in a relationship.
This is Brooke advocating for a human dog.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like, for her to give him a chance.
Thank you, Brooke.
Okay, so Vincent, you're still interested in dating Blair, even though previously you used to be her pet.
I mean, allegedly, if I was her pet, I have no memory of it.
See?
Well, if
Until
you're
you go
cool
through a
with-
session with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna unlock it. That's her job.
I can absolutely help you with that. We can book a session right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's great. But what we're interested in booking is a date, if you're willing to give Vincent another shot.
Listen, you said we had a pleasant time. I really don't think we can get past this.
I would love to have a connection, but I don't think it's best that we date.
But maybe she'd be willing to play fetch in the park with you one time.
For a fee.
I want to know what we all were in a past life.
I want to know too. I bet I was a dog.
No, I think you were probably a parrot, Jose.
What? Oh, I see it. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.